A lot of us have made the famous laundry mistake, mixing the colored shirt with a bunch of white shirts. This results in the colored shirt obtaining the color of the white shirt. This is similar to what happens in proteinaceous infectious particles. These are proteins found in the cell membrane that have a misfolded shape, and they possess the ability to transmit their deformed shape to normal proteins around them. Wait, I said these are proteins. From what we know, proteins are good. Well, did you know that bacteria also helps in producing proteins, and proteinaceous infectious particles are also subcategorized under viruses? These proteinaceous infectious particles come about in the process of protein folding in the multi-global state. They carry out a process called chaperone catalysis in order to correct this misfolded protein by stabilizing it. However, if this misfolded protein doesn't return to its normal shape, it carries out a process called proteolysis, which is the breakdown of proteins into smaller polypeptides and amino acids. But if this misfolded protein is a proteinaceous infectious particle, instead of being converted to its normal protein form, it will convert the normal proteins around it into its proteinaceous infectious particle state. Proteinaceous infectious particles are also known as prions. Prions cause neurodegenerative diseases. One of the major diseases caused by prions is bovine spongiform encephalopathy, also known as mad cow disease. It's believed that when the cows ate the ground up meat and bones from sheep, the prions in sheep was transmitted into the cow through the blood vessel and the peripheral nervous system. Sadly, there's a form of mad cow disease that affects humans. It's believed that it was gotten from when the humans ate the infected meat from cows. This disease causes insomnia, dementia, muscle paralysis, and since there's no known cure for the disease, it eventually leads to death. Another disease caused by prions in humans is Kuru, which causes a laughing death. It's pretty obvious that prions have the ability to wipe out a wide range of people, but they do have a bit of superhero characteristics in them. One of them is that prions help in establishing memory and in synapses development. And scientist Daniel Yarose discovered that prions help in enhancing the growth of yeast at high temperatures. Prions form insoluble aggregates which don't allow them to be broken down easily or to be denatured easily. The temperature at which you denature a prion is 482 degrees Celsius, and that's extremely high. And the normal body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, so it's impossible to heat it up to the temperature at which prions would denature. Do you know that we eat 364.14 tons of meat globally yearly, and only 8% of the world's population are vegetarians? Imagine if all the meat we eat is infected with prions. Luckily, cows aren't allowed to eat the nervous tissue of sheep, so there's a high probability that there are no prions in the milk that we drink or the meat that we eat. But imagine if all the proteins in our body decide to turn against us and misfold. What will happen to the world's population? Would prions be the next global pandemic after coronavirus? Better still, will proteinaceous infectious particles be the next pandemic?